morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Start Your Day Positive podcast, your feel-good way to start the day. I'm Sarah.
Hey, I'm Len. Glad you're sharing a brand new week with us. Boy, the astronauts have splashed down. That's over. The Masters Golf Tournament is over, so it'll be exciting to see what happens this week that we'll be talking about. But I enjoy Masters golf. Of course, congratulations to Rory McIlroy. He did something that only three other golfers have done, including Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus. He won his second straight Masters, which is pretty incredible. There's a story I want to tell about the Masters. It's just wild. They have very unique rules at Augusta National, and you won't believe what happened to a guy who's a great golfing champion because he broke a rule there. I can't wait to share the story. And then for you, I've been having a good time having these quizzes with you, and so we'll invite everybody to play along. But a big prize is on the line for you, Sarah, if you can master my golf term quiz.
Oh, boy. Okay, we'll have to see what I can do there.
Okay.
But first, before we get into today's episode, how about our thought to start the day? This one was inspired actually by a different podcast I listened to last week. And I don't remember what the show was, but they had Barbara Corcoran on. She is one of the sharks on Shark Tank. I've always loved that show and listening to the advice. I actually just bought something for my daughter that was a Shark Tank product. So it got me into it again. But it was interesting. They were talking about the different mentalities to have at work and the type of person Barbara Corcoran wanted as an employee. And she said, you know what? I never mind someone who maybe doesn't know how to do the job, maybe incompetent. You can teach that. You can always teach someone how to do something. If they have drive, if they have this or that. So she went all through these different things, but she's like, there's one type of person that I just can't have working on my team. And that person is a complainer. She said, and I'm sure she doesn't mean, everyone complains here and there. But the constant complaining, she went on and on to say, it's just so disruptive. And sometimes you just get in that state where you can't get out of the complaint. And a complainer always needs a partner. If you've ever noticed that, they always need someone to complain to. So I thought, you know what, that is a good way to start the week. Think about when you start to complain at work or things and you catch yourself spiraling to, wait, maybe I'm complaining a little too much. Maybe there's something else I could do. So I thought the positive thought today would be good around complaining, since I'm sure we all struggle with it from time to time. So I found this one. The only thing complaining does is convince other people that you are not in control.
That's good.
Like, oh, okay. That's good. I taught a class years ago when I worked at a company. And one of the things in the class was the mindset, are you a part of the problem or a part of the solution? So I always try to think of that too. I don't want to be a part of the problem. I want to be a part of the solution. So just a little mind shift to get you going this week on a Monday.
No, that's good. And just say to yourself, I don't want to disappoint Barbara from Shark Tank.
Right? Right? She's
good.
Definitely one of those sharks.
That's right. All right, well, let's get your week started with three things your friends and family may be talking about today.
Well, the 4 astronauts who flew around the moon and back again on the Artemis II mission were back at the Johnson Space Center in Houston Saturday night. They had amazing stories to share at NASA's special Welcome Home event. The astronauts got emotional and shared several group hugs talking about the life-changing trip and what it felt like. Commander Reed Wiseman got emotional when he talked about how difficult it was to be over 200,000 miles away from home.
No one knows what the families went through, man. This was not easy. Being 200,000 plus miles away from home, like before you launch, it feels like it's the greatest dream on earth. And when you're out there, you just want to get back to your families and your friends. It's a special thing to be a human, and it's a special thing to be on planet Earth. Thank you.
Oh, you can hear the emotion in his voice. I can't even imagine how special. The next mission is planned for 2027, where they'll practice docking with lunar landers. And if all goes well, astronauts will walk on the moon in 2028.
Well, I've enjoyed following this mission. That clip that you just played, that is really something. I mean, how honest is that? You're excited as a professional when you're blasting off. And as you get further and further from Earth, just like a child almost, you say, I want to go home.
I know. You know? Now, that Reed Wiseman, I mean, he took everyone's heart when he named that spot on the moon after his wife, one of the craters. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
After his, if you missed it, while they were in space, there were unnamed lunar craters on the moon. And he named one of the craters Carol in honor of his late wife. I believe she passed away from cancer in 2020. Yeah. But they were like, he literally named a spot on the moon to the moon, you know, love you to the moon and back. Like, you know, all of those. It was just so beautiful. I got to say, I was so invested in this team. I loved them. And I'm going to call it right now. And I hope someone who has authorities listening, wouldn't it be amazing to get one of them on Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
can you imagine?
Yeah. And watch this. You ready for this? And in one of their dances, one of them does the moonwalk.
Yes. I was going to say dance to like Gravity from John Mayer or something, but I like the moonwalk even better.
That's great. That's good. Yeah, you're right. We're all always saying, you know, where are the heroes? Like there was an athlete that was a hero or a celebrity that was a hero. Boy, the way they conducted themselves, the things they had to say, the things they had to say about each other, loving each other, and also about what a privilege it is to be on Earth and don't take that for granted. They just said all the right things.
I know, they did.
Well, how much of the Bible have you read? Interesting question. According to the American Bible Society State of the Bible study, half of Americans say they've read at least half of the Bible. 17% say they've read the entire Bible. 1 out of 4 are active readers. There's been a surge in Bible sales and interest over the past several years. Sales jumped again 10% in 2025. I would say I'm not a part of the Read the Whole Bible Club.
But I feel like you just haven't read it in order. Like, you've read a lot of the Bible, though.
I do. There's parts of it that I read a lot. And then some of the parts of the Old Testament, the little books, the little prophet books, I probably haven't read those.
Okay. I did the whole Bible once. I did the Bible in a year. And I'm glad I did. I'm much better, though, I learned, reading different chunks at a time.
Yeah.
For me, it just works better. But everybody has their own method.
I think for most people, because only 17% said they read the whole thing. So,
you know, someone brought this up the other day. We were talking to the owner of Mosaic Christian Gifts and Books.
Yeah.
And it is so true. He said, because they've noticed Bible sales have soared at their location too. And one of the things he mentions is that when people talk to them about, what Bible to get and, whether they're new to this, if you can, I always do the same thing as he says, recommend getting a devotional with it or something to help you along.
Yeah.
Because it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like the Bible recap is a good one where it kind of explains it along as you go, which is great. But having that some kind of companion with it is super helpful.
Yeah, what was his name? Father Michael Schmidt. He had the most popular podcast because he did the Bible in a year, but he walked you through it on his podcast and explained parts of it.
Yeah,
so there's another example.
Yeah, and then the Bible Recap has a free podcast as well. So if you ever just wanted to do that, and I think the Bible app has lots of stuff too. Are digital and audiobooks taking over? Well, it doesn't look that way. Digital books are growing in popularity, but print is still king. A new Pew Research survey finds that 75% of U.S. adults read at least part of a book in the past year, with about 2/3 choosing physical books. Who reads more, men or women? The study found women are much more likely than men to have picked up a book in the past 12 months.
Okay.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
I actually think, this is going to sound counterintuitive, but social media has helped reading. Things like Book Talk are huge. And my daughter says this all the time because she's an avid reader. She's like, Mom, TikTok has made reading more popular. That people see these books and everyone reading. Book Talk is so huge that it's popularized, especially for women. A certain, subset, even Gen Z, I would say for sure. This, it's cool to read.
Yeah, I think that is true, but I would say most of the time when I see people talking about reading, it is women. So I do think that is true.
That's what I mean.
About women reading more than men. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I have phases where I get into reading. Sometimes reading makes me a little sleepy. I don't know why that is. Does that ever happen to you where you read a little bit? So sometimes if I'm tired I'll read a little bit before bed. But if it's a good book, totally has me hooked. But I much prefer the real book.
A real book, yeah. I've never actually talked to someone when that question is brought up. There are people that for convenience sake use their digital reader, but avid readers still seem to enjoy a paper book.
The only one I will say that is I do like and use a lot is the Bible app.
Yeah. I feel like that's
one,
different though. That's like studying too a little bit.
Yeah.
Cookbooks too, right? You like real cookbooks.
I like real cookbooks. I'm not a digital cookbook fan. I know. I even get cookbooks from the library and, find new recipes and stuff because I'm old school when it comes to finding stuff in print.
We've been telling you about a brand new partner on our Start Your Day Positive podcast, Liberty Health Share, doing an amazing job when it helps people deal with the issue of their health care. If you're in that situation where you need coverage and it's not provided through your work or the cost makes it almost impossible for you, a great choice is sharing your health care needs with other people of faith, like-minded people just like you, and it's working for so many people. If you're curious how it works, let me take you behind the scenes. Tracy works in the call center at Liberty Health Share. Here's what she does.
So if they're already a member with us, they call in and they let us know the reason for their call, if it's about a medical bill that they need submitted, or if they need us to help call the doctor with them, we can call the providers, and we help with pretty much anything that they have.
So in a sense, Liberty really serves as your advocate. Your medical provider sends the bills directly to Liberty. They look them over, get the best possible rate, and then they take care of those bills. Or if you pay at the time the services are rendered, then you send the bill to Liberty. And you receive reimbursement according to the Liberty program you're enrolled in. Oh, and there's something else. Because it's a faith-based health-sharing community, you can receive the support of prayer.
That actually is like a special thing to me, just to be able to say, do you mind if I pray with you? That means a lot to them.
Hey, you can find out more at their website. It's libertyhealthshare.org.
Time goes so fast. It happened today. Let's remember.
Well, today is April 13th, and we are taking you back in time.
Yeah, let's go back to 1775. It's fun to share these stories, especially when we're getting ready to celebrate the 250th birthday of America. 1775, Benjamin Franklin and Benjamin Rush organized the first abolitionist society in America, taking a very early stance against slavery. Ben Franklin was quite a guy. He called slavery atrocious, and he said, we've been looking for a way to put an end to this dreadful evil. So a man that definitely led the way and invented electricity and contributed to the Declaration of Independence, old Ben Franklin.
Skipping to 1970, the oxygen tank aboard Apollo 13 exploded, turning the mission into a dramatic fight for survival that grips the world. Of course, the mission was rescued in part because of creative use of duct tape. I didn't even realize this. Engineers at NASA on the ground scrambled and came up with a solution using what the astronauts had on board. They had duct tape, plastic bags, cardboard from manuals, and a sock. Yes, they basically built a makeshift adapter for an air scrubber to filter CO2 from the air.
It's
like this totally MacGyver move, right?
Yeah, but think of what was at stake. You're in outer space, right? This is
Can you believe?
Unbelievable, right? Yeah. It's a good movie. Have you watched Apollo 13?
I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have. Because I think my husband just brought that up the other day. Because we actually rented because he wanted us to watch it so bad. The Right Stuff. Have you ever heard of that? It's an old 80s movie about the Mercury 7, the original astronauts. And then while we were talking about that, we talked about Apollo 13 as well.
It was super competitive, wasn't it? Who was going to be the first person to go into space? It wound up being Alan B. Shepard, but it was super competitive.
Super competitive.
Yeah.
It was actually a really interesting movie because I never knew that story of how the astronauts all came. They were test pilots. But if you're interested in all of this, it's a good movie to rent. Because they were originally, like, remember back in the day, they used to, like, shoot people out of cannons at carnivals and all kinds of stuff. And, you know, they were actually looking at, like, those kind of people, too, originally. I'm not kidding. The story, like, tells it. Because they didn't know. They didn't know, like, what type of person. Well, they were like, well, these people are brave.
They're daredevils,
They're being
right.
shot down out of a cannon. And then whoever was the president at the time, and I can't remember who it was.
That would have been
now.
Kennedy.
It wasn't Kennedy, though. No, this is what,
in the 50s, so it would have been Eisenhower.
I was Eisenhower.
Yeah.
He was like adamant. No, I want test pilots. I want test pilots.
Yeah, nerves of
because they were
steel.
trying to break the sound barrier at the time, and the one guy had broken the sound barrier. Goodness, I can't remember names. But anyway, you would know the name if you heard it. But anyway, so they were
Was that
making
Yeager?
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Chuck Yeager,
Yep.
right? And he didn't want anything to do with it, though, being an astronaut. But then some of the other guys who were there as test pilots were like, that sounds dangerous.
Wow.
I'll do it. I'll do it. And it was this big, crazy competition. It was a good movie. I had never seen it before. I think it won 4 Academy Awards, but it was old. It was like it's like from 1983 or 4 or
I
something
didn't
like
realize that. Yeah, different type of person though. That's incredible. These astronauts are incredible. And also, just the takeaway from the story you had about Apollo 13, if something breaks around the house, don't give up. You might be able to fix it if you've got some duct tape.
Well, now we have YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know, that's what I go to every time something is not going right. That or ChatGPT. ChatGPT did save the day the other day for me.
How so?
When I got stuck in the garage door wouldn't close. And I could not figure it out. And turns out the laser sensors were off. One of them had like gotten kicked, and it had me look at the color codes and all this kind of stuff, and I fixed it.
Did you fix it?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look
I
at
know,
you.
it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, don't give up. YouTube it,
Don't
chat
give
it,
up.
and you can fix it. You can fix it.
Yesterday was yesterday. Today's a brand new empty page. So hit reset and start your day. Positive with Len and Sarah.
Their attitudes are just contagious. I appreciate that.
What I like about Len and Sarah is they're friendly, and it seems like they're always having fun.
Len and Sarah are hilarious. You guys crack me up. and you're super positive. You brighten the day. Yeah, I love that it's super positive. It brightens my morning every day when I go to work.
Yesterday was yesterday. Today's a brand new empty page. So hit reset and start your day. Positive with Len and Sarah.
Oh, it's exciting. I think we finally turned the corner with this weather. I think spring is here. I'm not expecting any more snow, and that means your major home improvements. And I'm going to encourage you, if you've been thinking about windows, it's easy to get distracted, and then before you know it, the season of that home improvement is over, and you say, we should have done something, and now I've got these old windows again, and summer's over. Why not take a moment right now and call our friends at Universal Windows Direct and just have them out, get a quote, have them look over your windows. You're going to be so impressed, and you're going to be impressed with a special offer, too.
Yeah, well, first of all, they have buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit to that. The more you upgrade, Of course, the more you save. And 24 months with no payments, no interest, giving you 2 full years to enjoy the comfort before paying a dime. And this month, they're also offering a $500 bonus off your home improvement project.
Yeah, a lot of people, when they get the windows and they're cleaning them and they tilt in for easy cleaning, they're so happy that they find themselves singing the jingle as they're cleaning the windows.
My girls used to sing that jingle all the time because I've been talking about UWG for so long. Yeah, they got that brand new home effect.
That's it.
Universal Windows Direct. A good jingle is really good.
Universal Windows Direct.
For me, it almost feels like the beginning of spring. The Masters Golf Tournament. I love the Masters. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, finished up yesterday. And Rory McIlroy won his 2nd straight Masters. Boy, Rory was amazing. On Thursday and Friday, he was untouchable. On Saturday, he totally fell apart. And then on Sunday, he came back and held on. And he joins Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, Tiger Woods is the only players to win back-to-back titles at Augusta National in Georgia. That means it's 2 straight green jacket. You get a green jacket when you win the Masters. Oh, and a check for $4.5 million. There really isn't a golf tournament like the Masters because of Augusta National. The golf course, they do not bend their rules there. They have rules, and you got to stick by the rules.
I've heard this. Like, what are some of the rules?
Well, I want to share something. First, this story. I don't know if you heard this or not. This is wild. So this happened at the beginning of the tournament. A golf legend should have followed the rules. His name is Mark Calcavecchia. He's played in the Masters over the years. He's in his 60s now. He doesn't play anymore, but he was invited as a special guest. But he was kicked out of the tournament because he violated the strict no phone policy that they have there.
I've heard you can't have phones.
Nobody
So they're
can.
really strict about that.
So if you're a person there attending, you can't have a phone. If you're a player, you can't have a phone. If you're a family member of a player, you can't have a phone. You can't have a phone. You can't have a laptop, a tablet, or 2-way pagers. It's enforced to maintain the traditional atmosphere there. And so Calcavecchia, even though he's a golf champion, he was not exempt. And security came and they removed him from Augusta National.
I kind of like this. Not that someone got kicked out,
right.
but I like to keep it traditional.
Yeah. Just a few other rules that are kind of fun at the Masters. There's a no running rule. In the last round of the tournament, fans at most golf tournaments, they'll run from hole to hole to hole to keep up with play. But there's a rule that you cannot run at the Masters. Even if it's pouring rain, you can't run to your car. It's not allowed. Security will stop you immediately. They want to keep the calm, respectful vibe no matter what.
Wow, that's so... I guess no kids. That would be really hard.
Don't run. Don't run. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Of course, this is a good rule. Heckling or loud talking when someone's taking a swing. If security catches you, it's a lifetime ban. Lifetime.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
that makes sense.
Another one that's interesting, the chair rule. This is neat if you're a spectator. Fans can place a chair on the course at the beginning in the morning, and that spot is reserved for the day. It's an honor system. Nobody can move your chair.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So you save a seat, basically. And
nice.
One other thing, they're not fans at the Masters. The club deliberately uses patrons to highlight the elevated, respectful experience. So if you attend the Masters, you're not a golf fan, you're a patron.
Patron. I've heard that.
Yeah.
You know what else I heard? Is that and it makes sense, you can't bring your own food in.
Right.
And they set a limit to how much merchandise you can buy.
Yes.
I guess because they don't want people going out and reselling stuff. So there's strict limits on that. But I heard that the food prices are low.
They are.
Which that shocked me. I know I think it's the pimento cheese sandwich is like the food item of the Masters.
That's right. That's right. So affordable, and you can't tip the servers. There's no tipping at the Masters.
Oh.
So.
Okay, interesting. It's like Europe.
Yeah, it really is. So anyhow, that's fun. But I've got something for you and everyone listening right now. And I've got a great prize on the line just for you if you do well. It is golf trivia, golf term trivia.
Okay.
Golf's
Here we go.
It's a unique game, and there's a lot.
But I don't play that much, so I probably won't know anything.
Well, don't defeat yourself. Don't talk negatively. You don't know. And here's what I'm going to do. You and I play golf once a year.
Yep.
And if you get these terms correct, I'm going to pay. And I'm going to buy you a hot dog.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So everybody play along. This is golf term trivia. Number one, easy one. What is a bogey?
Is a bogey where you hit it like in the woods or something?
Well, looks like I'm saving my hot dog money.
Oh, no.
A bogey is one stroke over par. If you get a bogey, it's one stroke over par.
I did know that.
Okay. All right. Well, if you get the rest of them, then we'll
Now,
do.
see, this is embarrassing when I don't get stuff.
Well, you're going to get this one. What does fore mean? F-O-R-E.
That means to watch out. I just hit a ball and it might hit you.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Hey, let me tell you something about that. It's really funny. You know who shouted for this year at the Masters?
No.
Jack Nicklaus. He's like in his 80s, and he got to do an honorary tee shot. They let old champions do that. Mm-hmm. And he swung, and he completely hacked it. And the ball swooped over, and it narrowly missed hitting fans.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, it just went over their head. It almost conked some fans in the head.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he yelled for?
Yeah, and he was laughing. He said, he said, I appreciate the honor, but if I'm going to take someone's life, it's not worth it. He said. Right.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, just a couple of others. What is a mulligan?
Is that when it's going to go in the woods?
A mulligan is a do-over shot. If you give someone a mulligan, like you hit...
That's what I mean, because if you hit it in the woods, you got to do it again.
You get right, but you don't count it against your score if it's a mulligan. If I go, Sarah, just take a mulligan. Just take a mulligan. That means that you're doing it again, no penalty. We just ignored the first shot ever happened.
We must have a lot of mulligans.
We have a lot of mulligans, yeah. Last one, you know this is, what is a gimme?
A gimme is when you give me a point? I don't... is that when you let me move the ball on the green just like a little bit one way?
Close enough.
Because it's like on the grass patch and I want to be on the green where it's easier to hit.
Well, that's not a gimme, but that's a nice thing to do. A gimme is when your putt is so close to the hole that rather than you having to putt it in, the players around you say, that's a gimme. Just that counts. It's it.
Oh.
That's a gimme. It's a gimme.
I don't know that I've ever had that happen.
Never got a gimme?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably giving me lots of gimmies.
Well, we will go out for our annual golf round this year. It looks like we're both paying, but you learned a lot, didn't you?
But I got my little refresher course. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day today. Don't forget, we'll be right back here tomorrow for a brand new episode of Start Your Day Positive. Tell your friends. It's the great way, the feel-good way to start your day. And just a reminder, if you're at all interested in going to Nashville and see the Ark Encounter down in Kentucky on the way, we have just a handful of seats left, so make sure you call Great Day Tours today. All the details on our website, StartYourDayPositive.com.
All right, and a prayer to wrap up our Monday podcast and start a brand new week with a reminder that God is with you. It's a cool thing to keep in mind. Heavenly Father, just ask that you will walk with us, walk before us, and make sure that the path is smooth for us, and also walk alongside of us, because we never know what challenges we're going to face. But the cool part is the confidence to know that you are with us no matter what we're facing during the day. We pray in Jesus' name, amen.